Okay, guys, we're going to go to USJPY. Now, this is for the guys in the squad, mainly for Ruben. I've just done this for them, and it's telling me it's 19 pips on a sell. So let me just get into this, and we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. Let me just see. So we're pulling against here. It's pulling on this. We're going to drop an order in underneath this particular candle as it's running now. Just want to be a little bit below it, and it's going to be bang. Right, we're in. So we got our order in. Let me kind of explain a little bit about what's going on here and how I'm going to build this up. Now, first of all, I would normally do a 5 candle count back, but I can't because there isn't any. Now, I've set it just slightly in front of it because I want it to slam into it. But I also want to try and follow it back on a 15-minute candle, okay? But we've also got this particular move here. This one. I'm going to put some extra criteria into it. Now, what this will represent, these are key areas of attraction based on the last move, but it also helps me read the chart, because one of the beauties of this is if it's below a pivot, and the pivot here is the 50%, it'll start looking for the next logical point. Well, the next logical point is going to be here. Now, the higher I can get that up, the easier it'll be, but I'm targeting roughly 20 pips, which is that. Okay. I'll move this up and put that there. So if I'm following the rules of Kylie, strong directional move, compression, and then the sell-off, it will go to 50%. Well, it stopped dead on the 50. Once it breaks the 50, it'll look to find the 61. Well, it's done that. And then it's been held with these little sort of Fibonacci and SNR here. And the next area is there. So it broke through. So this is the logical place. And we are in a selling market. So why not? Take this out to the hourly so you can look at it. Yeah. Big move. Pulled up to the pivot. Rejected it. And it is now pulling back down again. There is no reason why I wouldn't sell this. Okay, so that's moved up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that to there. Hopefully this will trigger in. Now, if it triggers in, fine. Now, I've already been to market today here because I did it this morning with them in the market call. Let me kind of explain what that's all about. So there he is there. They're in the bar having a bit of a chat. Well, there's quite a few of us in earlier on. I've put that sheet in here so they know exactly what it is that I'm doing. I've also, if we go to bulls and bears, put the order in there as well. So I've broke it down for them so they know exactly what it is that I'm looking at. Okay. So now all I have to do is just sit, follow this back, which I'm going to, just going to watch it on a 15-minute chart, because ideally I want it to move up here and then come down. But if not, and it just continues, I'm just going to hold it here. Okay. So let's play it out, and then I'll come back and talk to you about it later on, because I've got my sandwiches here and I'll be, what the hell is that?
Spring onion?
Oh, bloody hell.
You like the onions?
For me coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes coffee.
You've got.
Right. Gonna have me coffee and we'll play this out. Okay, guys, having a little bit of a dilemma. I've moved the targets just onto the key level. Should have actually pushed them further to allow for the spread, but I'm just watching this at this moment in time. And as soon as it gets pretty much on this line, I'm going to kill it all off in one go. And it's dead easy to do. You just click all. As you can see, I've got a big money amount sitting there. Don't really have to worry too much. So it's pulling back slightly. Let me just say, yeah, we're going to take it now before it runs away from itself. Okay, so we've taken the money because it was valid. It was a good area to take because, as you can see, it's bouncing around. What I don't want to do is for it to shoot back up and give it away. So we'll go through my normal drill. That's the one I want. I want to take these extra tickets off because you don't want to. I do have a habit of leaving my tickets on, which is a nightmare at times. And there you go. There's the money cashed out. So I've had a stonking day today. So the trade itself was pretty darn easy. Basically, it's that move which has failed. So that's the pullback, and then you're looking for the continuation. And I was working from there to there. And Scruff's a happy boy. I could have held it for a couple of extra quid. I'd have maybe he's getting another 15, 20 pounds out of it. But I ain't greedy. And that raises a question. We were discussing this in the morning call this morning about why traders have such a hard time of things. And I genuinely think it's greed is one of the factors. They hold on to the trade so much. Then the trade just turns around and you gives all the money back. If you're working between two levels, just take it when it's offered. You can always go back to market if you need to, but then you've got to be very wary that if you are going back to market, that you're not going to overtrade. And if you're being paid enough, that's it. Quit. And that's what I do. So I'm done for the day. I'm actually done for the week. And I'm going to go off and enjoy sort of the Rocky Horror Picture Show tonight. So I'm going to have a jolly old time tonight and just enjoy my life. Isn't that what trading's about? I think it is. I think trading is, well, for me, it's just a means to an end. It's just a job, and it's a job where I get paid. I start at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's now 3:15. I was kind of finished at dinner time, but little Ruben, obviously friends with Casper, just wanted to see a few things in action, and we were discussing what markets you trade, etc. And I said I would do this for him. And there you go. That's why I put it into the Discord before I go to market, because I like to do that. I don't do a signal service. I've got no time for signal hunters. I see a signal hunter, I'll just tell them to fuck off, because I've got no time for them at all. Because they're the type of person that, one, they complain endlessly, and it's because they can't do the job, and they've got no intention of doing the job. They just want somebody to do it for you. And if you're working at work and one of your colleagues comes along and dumps all of their work on your desk and said, I don't want to do this today, you do it for me, but I still want to be paid, what would you say? That's the way I think about it. But if they come to me and say, I'm looking at this market, what do you think of it? Well, that's a different question. And what I'll do is I'll strip it to zero and I'll break it down systematically for them and tell them how I'm going to trade it. And that's what we've seen today. And then it's up to them what they take for the trade. So that's not a signal, it's hand-holding. And I love doing that because they throw markets at me all the time. And sometimes it's like, okay, this one might be a bit of a bitch, but I follow the same path over and over. And because I follow it and I target it effectively, you see the results. So when I hear people crying about my win rate all the time, it's really because I do my homework and they don't. That's the difference. So anyway, I'm going to go and enjoy the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.